I just want to mention that I understand that comedy is a very private thing. You don't want to share your content too much, but some of the stuff might be recorded. Some of the stuff you will get feedback based on what your comedy sounds like to the audience. You'll have to be open to that. Okay, let me mute Edward as well. Right. What I'm trying to say is that you will get a bit of feedback, a little bit of your comedy is not going to stay here. People are going to talk about it. You might end up seeing a bit of it on YouTube and stuff like that. If you have those issues that you don't want all this to go out, please let us know. We'll make sure that nobody's recording while you're performing. But other than that, I think we're ready to start rocking and rolling. Let's give it about an hour. We have a headliner, the star of the show, who's going to perform at the end. But before that, let me quickly read out the people who are in the in the hot in the lineup today. We're going to start with ET, then jump on to Vikram, then Sylvie, Lakshmi, and finally the headliner, Suraj. If everybody's ready and ready to listen to some international jokes, give me a thumbs up. Show me, yeah, Lakshmi is the only, yeah, I think Bharat is also there. Manoj, you can't be part of this meeting and not show your thumb if you're not interested, if you want to listen to jokes. There you go. So one more person. Let me see if anybody else I can bully into turning on their camera and responding to us. Vinay, what about you? Thumbs up, thumbs down. Oh, yeah, thumbs up. Chalo. You're all set to listen to some good jokes. All right. So the first, and ET, it's going to be 5 to 6 minutes for your set, right? Give me a thumbs up if that's right.
Oh no, I have more. I think around 10.
Can okay. Let's do it like let's give it since there are only four performers, we'll give it 8 to 10 minutes then. And
Yes,
let
I
me.
quick question. Is it okay to be unmuted so everyone can hear the
Oh yeah,
laughter?
absolutely. Oh yeah, actually, I wanted to test that. So if you guys want to, and somebody can be the control. So Lakshmi, please try to talk over me, and somebody can tell me if my audio gets cut off when Lakshmi says something. So I'm going to keep saying something or the other. Lakshmi, unmute yourself. Start saying something. So what does this sound like when I am talking?
Yes,
And
I have a question.
all right, good. So when I was talking and Lakshmi cut in, did you guys hear what I was saying? That's a test because if the comedian is saying something and somebody laughs, there's a risk that the comedian's words will get cut off. So let me do the test again. So I'm going to start reading some random sentence from my. I'm going to read the sentence. No, 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 don't just laugh. Oh, why is today's session relevant? Okay, I'm going to do it again. So anyway, so the point is that you like, keep your audio on. Feel free to keep your audio on. Feel free to respond as much as you want. Keep your video on. Have as much interaction with the comedian as you want. But if it turns out that the comedian is finding it hard to get the punchlines in because they were getting cut off, it's going to might be a little bit of an issue. So one thing you can do, and I don't know how effective this is going to be, is if you go to Zoom audio settings and go into your background noise suppression. I mean, the audio part of the audio profile that Zoom uses, there is something called uh, you can either try original sound for musicians or you can try live performance audio. Okay. So if you set your setting to that and make sure it's enabled when you're talking, I think it'll be easier for your audio to always come through. Because the default setting in audio and Zoom is that the background noise is suppressed and it does some magic, some software magic on the audio. But if you switch to live performance or original sound for musicians, I think it should be okay. So go ahead and do that if you plan to keep your audio on. But do keep your audio on. It's good for the performers. All
Just
right.
one question, Sai. Should the performers also change their audio settings? I mean, should we also do the same thing?
If you
Original or like?
do that, if you could set it to original sound for musicians or the other one, not the suppression one, that I
Okay.
think that'll probably work pretty well. We'll see how it
Okay.
goes.
Okay.
Let me get out of the way because I think oh wait, I have to install apps to get the timing right. Timer, there you go. The timer is there. And ET, I'm giving you 8 to 10 minutes. And let me introduce ET because his introduction is very interesting. All right. 8. How do I set the stop? Oh, I don't know what to do. All right, I'm going to set the timer to 10 minutes. And you ET, don't go beyond that, man. 0, 1, 0. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, This dude is not out here searching for love. Nah, he's searching for free Wi-Fi. The comedic voice from Indonesia. On your feet and clap it up for E.T. E.T. all
Okay,
yours.
before I start, am I audible and visible? Give me a reaction. Clear?
Yes, you are. Yep.
Okay, I'll start. Moment in my life, lessons that I never saw coming. My mom has only 3 apps: eat, save money, bring a jacket. Google has maps. Mom has quilt. You don't update it. It updates you. Show of hands, who has ever won an argument with their mom? My record is 0 wins. Oh, big crowd, nice. 28 losses and 2 draws. And those 2 were my birthdays. My mom's voice is still in my head. Sunny day, 25 degrees. Don't forget the jacket. I'm sweating, but I'm still wearing the jacket. She doesn't raise children. She raise obedient mannequins. And I asked my mom for Wi-Fi. She says, password? Bring a jacket. Netflix password? Get married. And now the auntie is coming. Every wedding they attack like the Avengers. 3 aunties is coming. The snack tray and the gossip whisper and the marriage contract. My cousin got married. I got 2 Tupperware and a deadline. They ask, so when is your wedding? I'm like, auntie, let me finish my noodles first. They're like human pop-ups. Are you sure you want to stay single? I click the remind me later button. My female friends are the best at spotting red flags. And they are doing this. They go, E.T., if she replies after 3 days, she is not busy. She is uninterested. And I'm like, or what if it is in space? That's when I realized I'm not looking for love. I'm looking for Wi-Fi. My love life still on Windows 95. Beep, beep, beep. Space is cold, man. Bring the jacket. My girlfriend once said, you don't listen. And I said, I heard you. She said, exactly. That's when I knew I was buffering. She says, I don't want a mechanic, I want a human. So now I go into robot boyfriend mode. Beep, bop, installing Empathy. She was crying, and I was like, ladies and gentlemen, today's topic is emotional damage. And every big up leaves me with free gifts, a new playlist, and a new hairstyle, of course, and a permanent band from her family WhatsApp group. Auntie caught me sneaking back in, and she said, "Who added E.T.?" Boom! Deleted faster than my hair grew back. I'm sorry, Sai. I'm sorry, the others. But I have hair. All the women in my life, mom, aunties, friends, girlfriend, they all taught me the same three things. Do you still remember? Eat, save money, and bring a jacket. Oh, look at that. Break up, cloudy with a chance of crying. And from my mom, I learned to prepare. From my aunties, patience. From my friends, red flags. From my girlfriend, to shut up. And from all of them, I learned eat noodles, save money, and bring the jacket. This is not fashion. This is survival. And tonight, text one woman who taught you something. Just write, thank you for the upgrade. And tomorrow, text someone you love. Comfort, cheer, or solutions. Then shut up and bring the jacket. Thank you. Back to you, Sai.
E.T., I still don't know how it is that we're supposed to know when to wait 5 minutes and when to realize that the woman is not interested. So that's, if your friends can tell us that, if your friends can teach us at what point is it futile to wait, and what point is it, oh, are we still waiting, and there's still hope that the other person will respond. That's one question that I don't think anybody is able to answer. So thank you so much for E.T. for being our opening act. Thank you so much for sharing your insights on dating, love, aunts, uncles. And I think, is there anybody in the world? I really like the description of aunts being pop-up, human pop-ups. They show up anywhere and everywhere and make you answer questions that you don't really want to answer and interrupt your life. That's exactly how they are. So second, we have Vikram. Ready? Vikram, are you ready?
I'm ready. Would you be doing spotlight or without? Okay.
I will be spotlighting. Give me one quick
Okay.
second. I get your introduction sorted. There you go. And I need to be out of this frame because my requirement here, are you again 8 to 10 minutes? Is that good?
Yeah, good.
I'm going to give you 10. You can take how much of time you want.
Okay.
Vikram is India's #1 corporate comedian and self-declared lazy bones. Office politics, deadlines, and that reply all nightmare. Vikram's got jokes for days. Vikram, all yours.
Hi guys, it's great to be here. I love ET's set, but as you can imagine, I hate ET because he has hair on his head. So I hope you understand ET. I hate you. But and it's something that I thought I'll share with you guys. It's about my late father. Um, my late father was one of my greatest teachers, and one of the reasons why I'm sharing this is because it is ironic that his death anniversary falls on 5th September, which is also Teachers' Day in India. It just happened on this Friday. And even more ironic is that Teachers is also a whiskey brand here. So every year I'm genuinely confused. Like, who was my best teacher? Was it my school teachers, my dad, or teachers with soda?
Mhm.
And I think teachers from school give you knowledge, dads give you wisdom, and teachers with soda after 4 pegs gives you the wisdom that you should call your ex at 3 a.m.
Mhm.
Oh,
and and cry. I'll admit on dad's 10th death anniversary this year, I imagined him asking, "So, son, what have you learned from life so far?" And my first answer would be, "Dad, there's way better whiskey than teachers."
Mhm.
And also, thank you for everything, but mostly the whiskey thing. Um, I went to an all boys school, which meant that the female teachers were always frustrated with us, and the male teachers were frustrated in general.
Mhm.
Also, in specific, Rai sir was frustrated every Tuesday. But the Hindi language teachers were the angriest. Maybe because the grammar is so complicated that forcing it on the boys who can't pronounce oo from e would drive even Buddha insane. Then there was Mr. Singh. His two hobbies were calling you a chore or a thief, even if you hadn't stolen any. And the other was deleting consonants from your surname. So if your last name was Vatsa, it became Vats. It's like he was editing me in real time,
Mhm. Mhm.
which means he was less like a teacher, more like an aggressive chat GPT.
Mhm.
Is it like, Vatsa, I am removing 2 letters, you are now VAT.
Mhm.
Your mother will receive an email explaining why. But Hindi wasn't a problem at home. My mom coached me on it. That was fine. Guys, the real problem, and raise your hands if you agree with this, the real problem was maths, mathematics. How many people have faced that problem? Well, I want to share something with you. In fact, even maths wasn't the real problem. The real problem was my dad was the teacher. See, he was a genius at maths, and his bigger genius was thinking, perfect, I can teach my son, no tutor is needed. That's like my mom, a therapist, deciding to be my therapist. If I told her, "Mom, I'm having relationship troubles," she'd be like, "Who's this girl? Give me her phone number. I will diagnose her over the phone. It's free." So when I bombed my 10th board examinations, especially mathematics, it's a huge deal in India. It's like career defining, bombing in your 10th board examinations in maths. So he finally relented and let me get a private tutor. And boom, I got 45 out of 50 in my 12th grade maths exam. So the problem wasn't the student, it was the teacher, which is a lesson I now use to avoid all accountability in my life. Thanks, Dad. You see, in India, your marks decide everything: engineering, commerce, or literature. And your arranged marriage prospects follow the same one.
Mhm.
Luckily, I became a stand up comedian, which made me completely ineligible in the market altogether.
Mhm. Mhm.
If my dad were alive, I think he'd accept comedy, but me being unmarried at 42, that would have killed him.
Mhm. Mhm.
And I'd blame it on him only. I would say, "See, Dad, if you had let me take that maths tuition teacher, I would have had better marriage options.
Mhm. Mhm.
Instead, now my choices are twice divorced, twice in rehab, or twice as likely to file a fake domestic violence case."
Mhm. Mhm.
But guys, you see, Dad's true subject wasn't maths, it was emotional blackmail. Like, picture this situation, okay? It's an India versus Pakistan cricket match, the Sahara Cup, 1996. I'm massaging my dad's feet, he's watching cricket. It's like a very tender father son moment. The only thing missing, teacher's whiskey. And suddenly, India loses a wicket. So I'm devastated. And he consoles me the way only an Indian father can. He said, "See, you stopped pressing my feet. That's why the wicket fell." It's like trauma plus superstition plus physiotherapy all in one line. Like he could claim the floods in North India happened because I didn't massage his left toe properly. But that came from when I like to give him a few excuses in life because he came from a hellhole of a village where no one graduated. Yet he went to BITS Pilani on scholarship, then to IIM Ahmedabad, which is like going to MIT and Harvard after being born in Cuba. You know Cuba, basically Miami's bad neighborhood. And he taught himself English from Reader's Digest. Meanwhile, today's Gen Z using Chat GPT to draft WhatsApp messages to their boss. When he interviewed with a big industrialist, Mr. Goenka asked him, "So which village are you from?" And my dad told him. The guy wrote the name of the village next to BITS and IIM. And the gap was so huge, it was like Game of Thrones season 1 versus season 8. The guy just said, "No need for interview. When can you join?" I know dad was proud of that moment, but I'm sure a small part of him thought this guy didn't ask me any questions. Probably not very bright. But long before the scholarships and interviews, his childhood wasn't exactly Bollywood Nepo kid. More like Gully Boy, which is India's 8 Mile. Dad lost his mother at 3, and his stepmother was not like those Netflix stepmoms who bake cookies and give good advice. She was more like the evil stepmom from Snow White who killed her therapist. She'd steal his scholarship money and sometimes even claim that she was possessed by his dead mom, full on poltergeist mode, and demand all his mother's real jewelry. I know what you're thinking. Did she work in the HR department? Imagine friends comparing notes. One friend is like, "I have a house." The other one is, "I have a car." My dad is, "My stepmom is my mom inside my mom." It's momception. But my mom, on the other hand, argued in her own style. She'd tell my dad, like, 3 of my classmates wanted to marry me. Even today, if I asked them, they would marry me. And dad would counter, "People would say he's from BITS and IIM. He deserves the best." And there's 12-year-old me sitting there thinking, wait, I only exist because you both settled. I'm literally your lowest common denominator. I'm your Donald Trump. But things got challenging. Dad had a kidney transplant in 1986. He recovered and launched Podar Facts, the first company to demo facts in India. For Gen Z, facts is a printout of a WhatsApp message. Things got even more challenging. By 2013, his health collapsed, and I had lost my investment banking job and also starting comedy from scratch. Basically, our house was a bad 80s Bollywood movie. The only thing missing was a smuggled Mustang. But he once told me a childhood dream. He said once if he'd have enough money, he'd send a kite all the way to the moon, then climb his roof, telescope in hand, and watch it fly. I wanted to make that happen. Hand him the string, the telescope, and say, "Dad, I did it." Now I can't do it, of course. But I want to do it in his memory. So Elon Musk, if you're listening, for every dollar you put into this moon kite project, I promise one abusive tweet about Donald Trump. We'll hit the funding goal on retweets alone. And as I finish this, the Indian cricket team just lost its main sponsor. And I know exactly what dad would have told the cricket board. "See, it's because you stopped pressing my feet. That's why you lost the sponsor." So in the end, life taught me maths and dad taught me comedy. And if I ever get married, my wife will decide how much I charge for comedy shows. So guys, that's it from me. I am not sure how much time I had, but I hope you guys had a great time. My
Replace
my
your
name
comment
is
to
Vikram. Yeah, my name is Vikram Podar. You've been a lovely audience. Thank you so much.
and ET, you also please feel free to share your Instagram so that if people don't know you, you can they can follow you. Vikram,
Yeah,
what's your
I'll share. Instagram is @Vikram Podar Comedian. I'll put it in the chat as well.
Please do that. That'll be really wonderful. Thank you so much for telling us
Thank
the
you.
story of your dad. He
Thank you.
sounds like a fascinating character. He
Yeah,
sounds like
he was. Trust me.
typically Indian dads.
Yeah.
And off late, I've been seeing that dads have been getting a renaissance. So the other day, I was interviewing someone for a podcast, and they were talking about how much impact the dad made. And I was like, when I was growing up, nobody ever talked about dads being significant or helpful or useful. Most dads were just there because they have to. A family, at least in those days, needs a dad. But off late, I'm hearing dads getting a lot of focus and positive attention. That's kind of nice to know because I've become a dad recently. I'm a dad of
Oh, okay.
yeah, I become a dad. No, not recent, not that recent. It's not like yesterday or something. I'm a dad of a 5-year-old. So,
Okay, okay.
all right. So there were some suggestions that are coming in. If you guys want one quick suggestion where you saw my teacher reduce what's to it. Bat is a brand
Great
of whiskey.
observation.
No,
Yeah,
that,
VAT 69. Oh, and there's a 69 reference also there. Perfect.
see, so many tags, all for free.
Yeah.
Actually, not even charging for it. All right. So we are at the middle. We have two more performers to go, and the next person coming up is joining us all the way from Indonesia, and happens to be, if I can find her. What happened? There she is. All right. Happens to be Sylvie, and let me get out of the way so that I can introduce her nicely. Sylvie is a powerhouse performer and a parody queen with a ukulele. Sylvie spins everyday chaos into songs and side-splitting stories. And today she's joining us from Bali, Indonesia. Is that right, Sylvie?
Yes,
All right. So I'm going to set the timer for you as well. 10 minutes. If you're good, all
sure.
yours.
Hi, everyone. My name is Sylvie. Thank you for inviting me and thank you for having you here. I'm in beautiful Indonesia right now, so it's kind of a bit different. I went to Borobudur yesterday, and I kind of feel like I'm no longer Indonesian because they charge me as a foreigner.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah. So I don't mind. It's not because of anything else. It's because finally somebody is like saying it in front of me, not just behind my back. You're not belong here, so that's okay. Yeah, it's a nice place. It's a nice people there, and the weird thing is like the guide call us by our nationality, so they call us Canadian, Canada, come here, and then China, come here. You never really listen to us, okay? Come here. You're always late, and you just only want to do yourself. It's like, are you talking about that China or Chinese in general in Indonesia? So I'm not sure here, and I just feeling like this sounds like my childhood now. I'm like reliving my the things. And then there is like I think in our group we have like four of us, like me and my three kids, and then two Chinese. Just so they call China, and there's two from Switzerland, so they call Swiss. Hi Swiss, hi Canada, and hi China. And always the China is always not a good one. Like, but I'm glad that I am not them. Like, I'm Canada. I'm Team Canada. Yay! So yeah, it's but still, like the guide still asked me several questions. And then at the end they asked my kids like if I can still speak in dialects, like I can speak Japanese. I said, oh sure, I can speak Japanese very well, and I can even speak dirty Japanese. Like I still remember that part. Like, yeah. So, and I think they give me a little bit respect after that. Like, yeah. Um, I kind of being undercover here also because I didn't bring my cane or anything that make me looks disabled. But the problem is like we have to um, like goes to the Borobudur very early in the morning. So we have to climb the Borobudur at 4 o'clock in the morning. And it's not really that hard for me to show my true colors after like 5 hours climbing stairs, 5 stairs. I'm just already, my two kids already like giving me the hands, and then not that kind of hands, but helping to help me going up. And then finally the guide realized that and said like, take your times. Like, I mean, I've already taken my times, like and this is the supposed to be, you supposed not to understand that this is like an experience of disabled person. But no, yeah, it's but the thing is over there, they told the story also about how Buddha got the enlightened. And the first thing that Buddha saw is like the poverty, like I'm part of it now. And then also the second one is somebody that is sick, like this is me. And then the third one is the died one. I'm not there yet, but I'm on my way. But the fourth one is the you know the monk. I'm just thinking like I've been like that the whole times. I mean, like no sex. So I'm good. Like I'm kind of I'm well going there. So yeah, so people always tell me like you don't look like disabled. So I was like, yeah, I know. I'm too sexy to feel pain, too sexy to walk with a cane, faking that I'm not in vain. I'm too awesome to be disabled, too awesome to get that label. It's real me, it's not the double. I'm too sexy to be disabled. Yeah. Yeah, it's not easy to tell people that I'm really sick, because look at me, like, I mean, I don't really look less than you guys. Unless you ask me to climb that stairs to Borobudur again. Please don't. So yeah, and then some people will say like, yeah, you have a nice smile. Don't think you are disabled. I said, yeah, right. You tell my doctor about that. Or they said like, you have a nice smile. Do you have a place to rent? No, disability is not about the place to rent. Like, I'm sorry, I might be disabled. Yeah, but and some of them is like, if you are disabled, are you used to be MILF? Like, I am MILF. Like, what do you think? Like, it's not used to be like, seriously. Yeah, but there was one thing that I know. We as a Canadian, we don't really like Trump. It's not because of anything. It's just because he doesn't like us. I think he doesn't like himself actually. So he's just trying to make everybody else looks bad. So this is my songs about the Trumps, based on the APT. Do you know APT? APT. There is aha things. Yeah. Like is here. If you unmuted, you can join me with aha part. Trumps want our country. Trumps want your country. Trumps want any country. Orange face, old sex hormones. Spoiled child king for real. Racist, ignorant, all dumpster you're on. You want everything you can steal. You're a loser and oh so crazy. You expect everyone to bow. liar and a whore for publicity. Master of disaster is yours. Trump's wants our country. Trump's wants your country. Trump's want any country. Aha. So yeah, but this song made me a bit afraid to go to US now. Like I'm afraid that if I'm going there, I will not be back. Not even to Indonesia, like I mean the where I know. So I might not be back anywhere close by. Maybe I'm going back to I don't know, Africa or something. That's why I'm being here. It's just everybody knows me. So if you see me pop up in your country, take me in, okay? So I think I will have my last songs. My last song is about uh my divorce. He make me feel confused like I was a nobody. He put me down and because of sarcastically, he blamed me for everything. I could say nothing back. Well, I adopted a pack and yeah to me become divorced and I feel free. Look into my heart and I don't miss being married. Okay, I think my thing is finished and thank you so much for having me here.
Thank you so much, Sylvie. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, please take a picture of this beautiful face. If you see her in your neighborhood, she is because she's been kicked out of Canada. She went by mistake. She ended up and they put her on a plane and sent her to some random part of the world. So thank you so much,
Thank
Sylvie.
you.
All right, our fourth lineup performer today is a debutant. The first time he's performing on the Humor911 platform. The first time he's coming on this online event format. And that happens to be our friend Lakshmi. So let me quickly introduce him to the audience. Where did it go? Lakshmi is a middle-aged man navigating America's Northeast. Don't you have GPS over there? Why do you need to navigate on your own? America's Northeast. Life, identity, and absurdity. Lakshmi's humor hits home for anyone balancing cultures or grocery bags. Lakshmi, the stage is all yours. Let me quickly set the time to 10 minutes and I'll start when you start. All yours.
Thank you, Sai. We definitely have GPS in the US, but all this while I had two GPSs in my car. One was Google Maps and the other was my wife. So I got confused. So guys, no points for guessing where I am from. New Jersey. Well, I don't know if you guys have visited the US. New Jersey is very fast becoming the Indian capital of America. It's only a matter of time before we're going to call ourselves NJ Puram or NJ Nagar. Truly, where I'm from is Chennai in India, where we truly practice what E.T. said. The moment the temperature drops to 25, we say, bring the jacket. Every time we woke up at 5 a.m., my dad and I to watch a cricket match that was being relayed from Australia, we would be double jacketed. Because 5 a.m. in Chennai was cold for us. Imagine in a city that had only 3 seasons, hot, hotter, and hottest. I've been living in the US for about 18 years now. And I tell you, it is truly hard to be an Indian in the US. Because everywhere I go, people are asking, Lakshmi, do you own a convenience store or a gas station? That's where I draw the line. I came to this country with a higher purpose. I own a liquor store. Well, if business goes bad, it's easy to burn down for the insurance money. I also moonlight at a restaurant on weekends, and my day job is tech support. So, ET, you are right again. All my life, everything everyone has said to me is, I want a human. The thing I struggled with the most moving from India to the US was the amount of choice in this country. Growing up in India, if I wanted milk, I went to the store and I got milk. The first time I went to buy milk in the US, I was late for work. I was staring at that milk aisle for 30 minutes and I had parked in a 15-minute spot. It's all good now. I've lived here for 18 years. I recently became an American citizen. This is usually my only guaranteed applause break in the 10 minutes. I'm 52. I'm single. And I'm absolutely broke. A fellow Indian comic recently asked me, Lakshmi, not a lot of Indians your age are trying comedy. I don't know what hurts me more, that he called me old or the fact that he said, I'm trying comedy. I'm also good at math. Vikram, unlike you, I'm good at math, but I'm still single. It's a huge stereotype in the US that people are good at math. It's not that I want to be good at math. I don't have a choice. I was born in Chennai in 1980s. I had to be good at math. I'm 52 years old. My parents still want me to be good at math. I signed up for the Philly 10K. My dad thought I was participating in a math competition. I'm also bipolar. I usually wear this. I have two shirts and I wear the same two shirts, one for open mics and one for shows. Today, being a virtual show, I thought I'll show up without a shirt, but then my cousin said she was going to join to watch the show and I had to look decent. No, seriously. Every time I go to a show or an open mic, I get myself single malt whiskey and the kids' grilled cheese. I also have phone separation anxiety. I'm always worried that somebody is going to log into my phone and read all my messages. It's really stressful when I'm at home because I'm single, because I live alone. I went to the restroom this morning without my phone and I had the worst 20 minutes of my life. Sorry, you had to hear that. I was worried that somebody was going to log into my bank account and zele all my money to theirs. You can tell how my anxiety is so specific because I didn't say Venmo or Cash App. Well, here's the thing. My balance is only 43 cents. But what if they transfer $100 to their own account and push me into overdraft? Now, that's the kind of thing that would make my parents kill themselves. Because as most of you on this show realize, my parents, Indian parents, I think in general, not only want you to be successful, they don't want you to have any debt, right? Worst thing, they would really kill themselves if somebody else offered to pay my debt. My parents are lovely people. I visited them recently. I was in India for 4 months. It was like playing Ninja Warrior and Fear Factor at the same time. No, not really. I do love my parents. They're great people. They're excellent cooks. They're both excellent cooks. So I enjoyed some great food for 4 months. But here's the problem. I am in a really weird place with my parents right now. I have been separated from my wife for 3 years, but my parents are still talking to her every single day. And they call me like every other week. I asked my mom, what are you talking to her about? And she said, you remember the dowry we collected at the time of your marriage? For those of you who don't know, dowry is this age-old practice where single eligible men used to take a large sum of money from their wives to be, with the assurance of protecting them, taking care of them for the rest of their lives. And I'm shamelessly admitting to all of you that I took a large sum of dowry from my wife when I got married. My mom said, I'm being nice to your wife so that we don't have to pay the dowry back at the divorce. That is one smart woman. That is a woman worth spending 4 months with. You guys have heard of arranged marriage? I'm going through an arranged divorce. You know what else was hard as an Indian in the US? Celebrating my wedding anniversary. Because I was married on 9/11. It felt really bad. It felt really wrong to go to the grocery store and order cake. So I did the right thing. I left my wife. That's my time, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Lakshmi, her first time on this platform. Thank you so much, Lakshmi, for all the jokes.
Thank you, Sai.
All the stories, yes. 9 minutes and 50 seconds is your time. And finally, after a few other performers, we're heading into the star of the show, the person who's like the witch in the West. You know that she exists. You're afraid of her. You're always planning your life around this witch of the West. And that happens to be among us today. Let me introduce the headliner of the show. And while I'm at it, let me read the introduction correctly. So our headliner is Suraj, who's joining us from the US. I'm hoping that he's already a US citizen and that he doesn't have any fear of getting deported like Sylvie does. He is equal parts cheeky wordsmith and storyteller. Suraj's sets are fast, clever, and loaded with, did he just say that? Punchlines. He's your comedy adrenaline shot to close the night. Suraj, all yours. And let me know when. Oh, wait, let me set your timer to 20. You get all the time in the world to entertain us. All yours.
Thank you, Sai. Can you hear me, all of you? Yes?
Yes,
That's great. That's great. Thank you, Sai. But it's your favorite president again, the Donald. Suraj is away somewhere, so you got the introduction wrong. It's the Donald, not Suraj, okay? So, but I gotta say, Lorna, she's a great person, by the way. She said my performance in the last show was the greatest ever. I'm not saying it. She said it. She asked me to headline this show. I told her, "Are you serious? Asking me to do that?" But she was like, "Sir, you'll get much higher ratings." I said, "I don't care. I'm the president of the United States. I won't do it." They said, "Please, please, oh please, you're the greatest ever. Only you can save comedy." I said, "Okay, Lorna, I'll do it." So here I am, Lorna. Here I am, everybody. It's going to be big. And not just Lorna, even my friends Shaggy from Scooby-Doo, Stitch from Lilo and Stitch, SpongeBob SquarePants, and Batman all think I'm the greatest ever. That's right. Shaggy once said, "Like Scoob, I'm so scared. I wish Donald Trump saves me. Zoinks!" He's right. Only I can save him because I will deport millions and millions of ghosts and monsters from our great country. And my friend Stitch always says, "Comedy means Donald, and Donald means no comedian gets left behind." Stitch is absolutely right, which is why I'm not deporting him back to space. He gets to live in Hawaii, and he's right. Nobody knows comedy better than me. I will save each and every comedian in this world. Now, SpongeBob, he loves me a lot, a lot. He was like, "Oh, Donald, you're the funniest guy ever." People say SpongeBob has an annoying laugh, but I think it's a great laugh. It's a great laugh since he loves me a lot, a lot. And Batman, what a great guy, what a great name, Batman. He said, "You either die a villain or you live long enough to become the Donald." He's absolutely right. I haven't heard wiser words from anyone else besides me. He's wise. You see the name Suraj on my window? Yes, Suraj is headlining with me, but frankly, I think he has no talent, absolutely no talent, because he does horrible impressions of me, horrible impressions of the Donald. Even Alec Baldwin has more talent than him. I'm the real deal. Nobody does the Donald better than me. Suraj thinks being the Donald means saying, "Believe me," after every sentence. It's fake news, as fake as a toy made in China. China! I have never said, "Believe me," ever, and I will never say that ever. Believe me. Oops, I said it. And people love my impressions more than Suraj's impressions. You all saw my impressions of Shaggy, Stitch, SpongeBob, and Batman. They were tremendous, tremendous. People are loving it. So I'm heading this show headlining this show like you've never seen in the history of comedy. Humor911 called me since comedy is a total disaster today, a total disaster, and I'm saving it bigly. Last time, I announced make comedy great again. This time, I'm announcing a new and even bigger campaign. It's called Make America Laugh Again Like Always. Or as some people like to say, Malala. Malala. What a beautiful name. Malala. Even Sai is happy. He's going to say Malala after this show. And as part of Malala, I am signing two executive orders. Two executive orders. My first executive order will ban comedians from joking about pets. Yes, they are joking about the cats. They're joking about the dogs. Frankly, it's a disgrace. A disgrace. I'm saving the cats and dogs from horrible jokes. Number two, my second executive order will reduce the number of English alphabets from 26 to just four alphabets. They will be YMCA. That's right, YMCA. YMCA. I wanted to play the song, but E.T. told me that last time YouTube struck out the song because of copyright issues, so I'm imposing a tariff of 100% on YouTube until they allow YMCA again. Let's make YMCA great again. And with that, I will call on Suraj. Yes, Suraj is here. Frankly, guys, he has no talent. Don't expect anything from him. He's a disgrace. He's a disaster to comedy. And he's lucky that I'm not deporting him so far. So I'm going to call Suraj. Hold your horses. Just wait. Suraj! Suraj! Your spot is on. Okay, Donald. I heard what you said. I'm coming. I'm coming. Go fast. The audience is waiting for you. Don't be so slow. I'm coming, Donald. Just wait. You gotta understand. I'm almost there. I'm almost there. What a disaster. A total disaster you are. Okay, I'm going. Yes. Oops. Hello, guys. Hello. Yes, so that was the Donald, everyone. I'm pretty sure that he has said some pretty stunning, mean things about me. Yes, and I heard all of that. He said I have no talent whatsoever. But I got to say that he has not been even saying my name right. Yes, he has not been saying my name right, and I will come to that very soon. Don't worry, Donald, I'm coming. I'm going to take you apart for mispronouncing my name, okay? Okay. So guys, I moved to the US from India around a year and a half ago. Yes. And that has to be my biggest movement of my life since my bowel movement after eating raw seafood. Yes. Talk about bad bowel movements. And it's great news because I get to enjoy American football, or as they call it here, the Super Bowl. Yes, that's right, the Super Bowl. In the US, I get to enjoy the Super Bowl. But in India, all I could enjoy was a begging bowl. Sai, if you have 1,000 rupees, please give it to me. Here is my begging bowl. I can buy my eggs here. Guys, this is my original GoFundMe. Because I'm too poor to get the real GoFundMe. But guys, poverty and buying eggs isn't my only problem. The real problem is everyone here mispronounces my name. Yes, Suraj, as you heard the Donald say, Suraj, in that very terrible voice of his. Some people, they call me Suraj, as if I have some anger problem. Yeah, if you call me Suraj, I will become Suraj. You know, in the US, there's a saying called Mi casa, su casa, which means my house is your house. Now, I think I'll have to redefine it to me rage, su rage. Yes, that's going to be my welcome to. That's going to be my welcome to every American guest that comes and mispronounces my name. I'll be like, me rage, Suraj, get out. No, you come in. It's okay. Come in. Make sure you leave $5 in my GoFundMe. Yeah, that's my approach to every guest. But the other day somebody pronounced my name as surgery. Can you believe it? Oh my God, even Sai is like, what? Are they that stupid? They can't see the spelling and they're calling him surgery? Yes, they call me surgery, and I was like, no, it's Suraj. Suraj, not surgery. And you know what? They were apologetic. They were like, oh, sorry, I didn't know your name was syringe.
Yeah.
First surgery, then syringe? I told my family about this, and you know what they said? At least that's the closest you'll get to becoming a doctor. You should have studied harder, son. Yes. But honestly, the way people call me syringe and surgery, I think my new supervillain name, if I become a supervillain, will be Dr. Syringe. Yes. I don't want to be Suraj, I'll be Dr. Syringe, and I'll be stabbing people with syringes. Like, like a new Joker for the Batman. But I have to say, for all the pronunciation challenged folks, I was born in India, but I moved to the US as a baby. Then I moved back to India as a teenager. And now I'm back in the US as an adult. Yes, so do you see how it's been going? It's like one, back, forth, back, forth. So if you have trouble saying my name correctly, please, by all means, just call me a ping pong ball, okay? Yes, that's my name, ping pong ball. Yeah. If you think that is bad enough, the mispronunciations, it's not only they mispronounce my name, some of them are so confident that they make rhymes out of my name. Rhymes, guys, rhymes. Like, I was at a comedy show the other day, and I was, in the lineup, and the host, he was like, here's my man Suraj coming all the way from the garage. Garage? No, I'm from India, not the garage. And it's not Suraj. It's Suraj. Suraj. And that was a big mistake that I made. Yes, correcting him was a mistake because then he was like, oh, wait, let me fix that. Here's my man Suraj coming all the way from, what rhymes? Sewage? Are yaar, now you made me stinky. Stop the rhymes. Stop the rhymes. Don't do this, comedians. Don't rhyme people's names. Like if you take Sai here, if you say, here is my man Sai, and he goes on stage to die. I don't think he would like that. I mean, he's smiling now, but inside he's dying. That's for sure, hearing this kind of a rhyme. Or if you say, here is my man Lakshmi, and he has $5 from GoFundMe. He's not going to feel good. He's laughing now, but he'll be thinking, I'm too poor, and he's right. Seriously, stop making rhymes. Remember, you're a comedian, not Kanye West, okay? And I have to say that making an effort to help Americans say my name correctly is a lot like a sewage. Yes, the earlier rhyme word that you heard, it's a lot like a sewage. Because all my efforts end up going down the drain. Yeah, you saw that. I don't know. Maybe I am sewage. I don't know. I mean, that's the name that kids called me when they wanted to bully me. Sewage. Yeah, screw them. But after moving to the US, it feels great to hear the correct pronunciation of English words. Yes, it feels great to finally hear people say potato and not potato. It feels great to hear people say McDonald's and not McDonald's. And finally, most importantly, and I think Lakshmi will agree with me here, it feels great to hear people say dating and not arranged marriage. Yes, got you there on that one. But I have to say, guys, over here in America, we refer to our uncle or aunt's kids as our cousins. I think Bharat is listening intently here, Bharat sir. So we refer to them as our cousins. But in India, people tend to say cousin brother or cousin sister. That distinction has to be there, which I think it sounds pretty stupid. Because by this logic, I'm seriously asking, by this logic, am I supposed to call my uncle as Uncle Daddy? Yeah. Or my aunt as Auntie Mommy? I mean, that makes my family tree sound worse than Elon Musk's family tree. Come on. And I don't think Sai or Lakshmi would want to be called Uncle Daddy by any of their nephews or nieces. That'll leave them in a confused state. Like, okay, am I the father or not? Yeah. So don't. It's just cousin. No cousin brother, cousin sister. But after ranting about how Indians pronounce words, I now need to take America's case. One frustration I have is Americans pronounce the Himalaya. You know, we say Himalaya. They say Himalaya. Yeah, the Himalaya mountains. I'm like, chi, tu. It's not Himalaya, it's Himalaya. Say Himalaya. It sounds beautiful. It has a flow, a serenity. Om Namah Shivaya. That's the feeling, the serenity you get with saying Himalaya. While Himalaya sounds like a bloody drunkard saying he is getting laid. That's what Himalaya sounds like. It's not a... Himalaya does not sound like a mountain. It sounds like a terrible OnlyFans account. So that's my message to all the Americans. But I want to end with this. I think I'm almost on time. So last couple of bits. Thank you, Humor911, for giving me the chance to headline. And also to the Donald, who disgraced me to headline as well. Because it's difficult to get a spot at comedy shows. Very difficult to get spots at comedy shows sometimes. Like once I pleaded for a spot to the producer. I was like, please give me a spot. 2 minutes, 3 minutes, anything. Please, please, please. And you'd be glad to know that I managed to get a spot in the front row. Yes, this is what I had to do for 5 minutes or more. And one thing I have to say, while performing on Zoom is an experience in itself, I had an incident on another show where the host put the lineup in the chat. I was supposed to perform, but I couldn't find my name anywhere. I was like, where's my name? I don't see my name. Then I see SURE. Sure. I was like, I asked the host, am I on this lineup? Because I am not sure. Yes, you got it. You got it. It was autocorrect. I hate autocorrect, guys. I hate autocorrect because the other day I was looking for Medicare plans online. And you know what autocorrect did? It changed my search from Medicare to mediocre. Yes. Mediocre. So now you know. If you have to search for Medicare for Suraj, it's not going to turn out well. It'll be mediocre for sure. Yes. And that's been my time, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you, Sai. Thank you, Lakshmi sir. Thank you, Bharat sir. Thank you, Vikram. Thank you, Sylvie, E.T. Everybody in the room, thank you so much. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you enjoyed the president's address also. I didn't think it was great. I'm a better impressionist than him. Don't tell him that.
All right. So on that note, I think we've come somewhere to the close of the show. Thank you everyone for being part of this lineup. Thank you, Suraj, and of course, the Donald. How could I forget? Thank you, sir, and thank you, Suraj, for being the headliners today. It was a great pleasure having you on the show alongside everybody else. Lakshmi, how was your experience doing it for the first time?
Oh, amazing. Thank you guys for having me. Thank you so much for having me. This is such a fantastic show.
Please, Carrie, go ahead and approach